Ugh. I have way too many paper scraps. I've been doing a lot of custom orders over the holidays and I need to use these up. So I started paper folding today, which is a really great way to build your stash for your journals and also use up your scraps. And so I'm going to show you all sorts of different ways that you can fold papers and anywhere from having 4 pages. Once you do your folds, I'm going to show you 6, 8, 10, and even a 12-page fold. So I think it's going to be super fun, and let's get started. So let's start with the simplest, which is a 4-page fold, and that's something that you already know. Just take any sheet of paper, fold it in half. And so, whoops, this one's upside down. I put a pocket on this one. I'm making a journal, but we call this a 4-page fold because it has, once you fold it, it has 4 pages. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's one that you already know. There are several 6-page folds that we can do. I'm going to use a longer piece of scrapbook paper for this one. This one is called a 6-page gatefold, and this one's very simple too. You just find the middle of your sheet, and I'm always going to be using scrapbook paper scraps, so none of my paper is longer than 12 inches. A lot of bookmakers have paper that is way bigger than 12 inches, but I'm sticking to this because this is what most of you are going to have. So just whatever the length of your paper is, find the middle, which is going to be 6 inches on mine here. Well, actually there's a little sliver cut off. It's not quite 6 inches, but I'm going to find the middle. Try to line it up on my board here. That's always helpful for me. And then just take your sides and fold them to the middle mark that you just made. There's one, and there's two. And it's really that simple. There's a little gatefold, and these are super fun to decorate. You can put a little closure there, decorate the front, but here you have 6 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a 6-page gatefold. There's also a concertina fold, which will give you 6 pages. And for this one, I am going to use my scoreboard, but you don't have to do that. If you don't have a scoreboard, just fold, mark with your pencil where you need to, and just fold. So my sheet is 12 inches, and all you're going to do is divide your sheet into 3. So that means I'm going to score at 4 and 8 inches, and then I'm going to fold it kind of like an accordion. So this is going across here, and then this is going back. So there you have 6 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can take this and put it in a journal, affix this back page, and have it open. You can put this part in a pocket, and it can open this way, or you can just decorate it and put the whole thing in a pocket, and when somebody pulls it out, it opens like that. So many possibilities. But you have 6 potential pages to decorate. And then we have a roll fold. So I'm not going to use my board for this. This one also is 6 pages. grab another piece of scrap paper for myself here. So this one is similar to the gatefold that we did, but your flaps are going to be different sizes. So I'm going to find the center. Find the center and just put a little mark there that I can erase later. And this time, instead of going to the fold like with this one, I'm going to go not all the way up to the fold. I hope you can see that. Here's my pencil mark here. And so I haven't gone up to the fold. And then this flap is longer. And you can place it anywhere you want. You can go that far. You can go this far. I think I'm going to go about this far over. And so now you have 6 pages, but they're different sizes. A little hard to see on this paper, sorry. Okay. This next one is an 8-page double fold. And I made it first so I can kind of show you what it does. So this one, you have 8 pages. You can see that there are 4 sections. And this folds into here. So you end up, well, this one's very wonky. I did not, I had an uneven scrap of paper. So this is what you would do with this. So let's make one. Okay, this one might be easier to see. Okay, so we are going to have 8 pages or 4 surfaces if you want. If maybe it's easier to do the math for me to think of surfaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know I'm going to need 3 score lines. So I'm going to, this one is 11 inches. It's so much easier to do if it's a 12-inch sheet. There we go. So it's a 12-inch piece of paper. I want 4 surfaces and 3 score lines. So that means that I'm going to be doing my score lines at intervals of 3 inches. So a score line or a pencil mark if you're folding. So 3 inches, 6 inches, and 9 inches. Then this one folds up. This one folds up as well. Hopefully you can see what I have so far. And this one folds back to hold the whole thing together. Okay, so this is how you want to fold it. Let me do it one more time because this can get confusing. This one goes up, and this one goes back behind, and this one holds it all in. And then you end up with 8 pages. Another one that's a lot easier to do is a concertina fold, and that's just kind of similar to an accordion. So again, let me get a 12-inch piece of paper. So I'm going to continue to use my demonstration piece here. Hopefully this fold here doesn't throw you off. Let me put a big X through that. Just using my scrap piece of paper here. So we're going to do the same thing that we just did, but it's a different fold. And this one you just fold this way, and this way. So it's just like an accordion. Okay, so again, we're scoring at 3, 6, and 9 inches. If you're excuse me, I'm coming down with a cold. If you're using a 12-inch piece of paper, and fold back, front, and back, and that's what it should look like. And you have 8 sheets. Now for the next one, you need a wider piece of paper than this little skinny piece, something that's maybe about double this width. Let me see if I have one. Okay, so I'm going to, ooh, this one's cut very wonky. You do want your paper to be at a nice 90-degree angle, you know, either a square or a rectangle. There we go. My piece of paper here, in case you want to know, is 9 by almost 8 inches. And this is also called, some people call this a French fold. And it's going to create 8 pages. My paper here is single-sided. If you want to be able to open it up and also use this side, you might want double-sided paper. But you're going to fold it in half this way. I don't need this board here right now. Sorry. You're just going to fold it in half horizontally and vertically. So then you fold it this way. Once you get into these double folds, it is easier if you have some kind of a bone folder to press your creases down. And so now you do have, if you just use it like this, you have just 4 pages, but this one is designed to also open up. So you have 4 on this side and 4 on this side. So if you do want to open it up, you can see why you would want to use double-sided, or write something in here and use this for a journaling spot. Isn't this a pretty way to maybe send somebody a letter? This is a really nice size for fitting in an envelope. I like to do this. So that's an 8-sided French fold. Now going back to our scrap here. Again, this one is 12 inches. There's another way that you can fold this one. So you can take another piece of paper, fold this flap short, then take this flap, wait a minute, sorry, and then fold it in. So you're going to fold it here. This is about, on my 12-inch paper, that's about 2 inches. I folded it in about 2 inches. Then you're going to fold it in again, and excuse me, and then take your flap and fold it here however long you want it. It can be this long, it can be this long, but it's longer than this flap. It kind of covers that flap. And then you have 8 sides to decorate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fold, fold, and fold. These are really fun here. See, that's what it looks like from the top. These are really fun to take. I don't have any decorative paper clips handy, but just to hold it with a paper clip too and put it in a journal. That's really fun, and then the person can fold it out. Then we have a map fold. There are a number of ways to do a map fold, but I'm going to show you one that gives you 8 parallel pages. I don't know about you, but I always have trouble refolding those old paper maps. I'm so thankful now for GPS that I don't have to do that. So for this one, we want 3 score lines. So divide your paper by 3. So that means I am going to be scoring at 3, 6, and 9 again. Or you're putting your pencil mark there. And for a map fold, I do like to have a bigger piece of paper, but again, I want to use up my scraps. So for this one, you're going to take your first score line and fold this way. Your next score line and fold, sorry, my hands are in the way, this way. So this is what I have so far. And then this folds into your last signature. So it opens. So if you affixed the back of this to your journal, it would open like this. So there's your 8 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can do this in reverse too. You can have this side going back and then fold it like this and like this. Doesn't really matter. That way, if you glued this down to your journal, then it would open like this and like that. I don't like this one as much because this is kind of stuck under there. See, when you're opening it up, I prefer the first one that we did, but there are lots of uses for this one. And you can do map folds. I could do a whole video just on map folds. It's really fun, and maybe I'll do that if you guys are interested. Now the concertina fold that we did earlier, you can do as many folds as you want. Let me find it. The concertina fold was, I can find it, right here. It's just this standard fold. So this one was a 6-page. You can also do a 10-page. It depends on how big your paper is. And so for this one, I've cut this down to the height of the journal that I'm making. And I'm just going to see if I can create 10 pages out of this. It's always easiest to start with an even number. So if I want to make 10 pages, that's going to be 5 on one side. So I'm going to cut this down to 10 inches. It's just easier for me to do the math. But if you're just folding and not being as precise as me, just go ahead and fold and experiment. And this is going to be the folds, the pages, the surfaces that you're able to decorate are going to be a lot smaller now that we're getting into 10 and 12 pages. 10 and 12 pages if you're sticking with 12-inch scrapbook paper. So this is where you kind of might want to have longer sheets of bookmaking paper if you really want to do these well. But so this is going to be quite small. So because I want 10 pages, and my paper here is 10 inches, I'm going to score every 2 inches. 2, 4, 6, and 8. And then I'm just going to accordion fold it. And I didn't score very evenly, but you're going to get the idea. Okay. So when you can stick that on the edge of a page, on the edge of a journal page, and have a really cool pull out like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the opposite side is hopefully more decorated than mine. This is 10 pages. And depending on how long your paper is, you can just keep doing this. You can do a 12-page concertina letterfold, however many you want. So we've done 6, 8, and 10 in this video. But this is fun, even though it's only 2 inches wide. It's fun. You can also put some tape here and here. Let me do it. Let's do it. On the second fold here, just put a little bit of tape. And glue that piece down. And then if you glue or tape this to your page, now you have a cool little pocket. So this would fold, but you also have a pocket that you can stick some of your other stuff in, like this. And it just makes it really interactive. Super fun. And then the last one is called an endorsement fold, and it's very similar to this one that we did that gives us 4 pages. 8 pages, I'm sorry. But this one gives you 12 pages. So this is the biggest one we're going to do, a 12-page fold. So it's similar to the other one. Here I'm using a 12 by 12 piece of paper. You can use whatever you have on hand. I'm going to fold it in half. And then I need to divide this piece of paper into 3. So I am going to score at 4 and 8. And then I'm just going to fold. It's hard to see my score lines with all these stripes. Wow. Okay. And you can fold this however you want, but I'm going to fold it like this. So now I have one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can open it up and have lots of room for decorating or writing a letter to a friend or journaling. So this is just the tip of the iceberg, guys, in terms of what you can do for folding your paper for journals. If you like this video, I'll keep going. I have this is kind of the basics, but I have some very more complicated. We can get more in depth with this. If that's something you want to do, let me know. But have fun with these. I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.